"151, you know what's the deal? Leo season, and what's the appeal? The fixed fire sign, elevate the mind, vibrate from the heart chakra, not from behind. What's the status? Gladys, lyrically on the microphone, you know I'm the maddest, the baddest. You can call me Daddy D. Big E astrology, nickname B. Since I was 7, the tattoo you see, it's the name that rocks with me in the sea. Pardon the oceans like Moses, lyrically on the microphone, who opposed this? Nada, nobody, hottie, want you to know, lyrically, John Gotti. I spit curfew, sun C, out in the streets, you need to battle me. The E taking losses, lyrical forces, par for the courses. I teach my courses in astrology. Today was coffee talk, straight from New York, the lyrical hawk. Don't eat the pork and drink no soda. With astrology, I'm sort of like Yoda. Intuition's on high, I reply. Venus retrograde, of course, the E is fly. Long locks, big feet, can't compete. The style's so unique, the lyrical iron chic. I jump off the top rope, want you to know, of course, I just float. Hip-hop quotable, lyrically floatable, don't you understand? You know, I'm like Yoda, yo, and I had to repeat it so twice, because I want you to know, lyrically, I'm more than nice. And my crystals appear, amethyst, and all that is here. 3 ears, 3 eyes, the new guy. And my intelligence is on high. It's almost time to end the rhyme. Freestyle fanatic, and I'm nice with mine. Hip Hop Forever is the first LP. It's the album that comes from the me. E, the true speaker, is number 2. The third album, it is something just for you. In 2024, of course, we'll spit it raw. God told me to tell you, you need more from your heart and your soul. Lyrically, I'm getting tired, so I have to take control of the show, because it's time for me to say the intro, outro, flow naturally. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, man. Having some fun. What's up, y'all? Ooh, ooh. It's been a busy, hot day. We had coffee talk this morning. Oh my God. The music just wants to keep coming back. And it's Leo season. Happy birthday, Leos. And you know who I have here with me? My Leo. Stand up, man. Come on.
Hi.
Mateus, the big Tay. This is my football player, the Leo the Lion. All right? So, you know it's a family affair over here. Welcome, you guys. We'll get to the chat in a second. Big Tay's on the boards and the 1s and 2s. How are you feeling? Right now, astro weather, Virgo moon at 27 degrees, opposing Neptune in Pisces. So yeah, this is a very interesting spiritual energy. It was in a trine to Uranus and Taurus today. Just in a couple hours tonight, as you're going Betty by, it's going to be in a trine to Pluto Capricorn retrograde. You could wake up in the morning and have some wild dreams. There could be some wild news in the media, right? On Meet the Press and Face the Nation and all these shows. We shall see. Pay attention. I don't watch the news, so you tell me. But anyway, I'm excited because we're talking about the Cancer Leo cusp, the cusp of oscillation. And in the description, I put the video down below. I put the old one. I didn't put the newer one, but I have 2 cusp videos. Okay. And the Cancer Leo cusp goes from July 20th to July 24th. Okay, so we'll get into some of those people. And we're going to talk about Leo season, some of this energy, you know, this Venus retrograde, July 22nd to September 3rd. I'm not really getting into that. I've talked a lot about it, about the Venus stuff, and I hope you guys watch the videos. And but let's see how you guys are doing. Let's go to the chat, Tay. What's popping?
Okay. So first off, we have Kudako1 said,
"Hey, Kudako, what's up?
Come on, son." And then Lex Logan said, Biggie, my Neptune first house breathing.
Brethren.
That's Cutie Cow.
Cutie Cow.
Is it Kudako? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's pronouncing it right. And I'm wrong.
Okay. Well, honey.
And then,
so you have Neptune on the first house? Okay, so do I. I hope you enjoyed that video and checked it out.
next we have
And welcome to the show. Biggie Astrology. Nice to meet you. Go ahead.
Kudakol 1, Big E to God. Stephen the Jupiterian said Neptune first house brother here too.
Yeah, and the moon. Steven's in the house. He was at Coffee Talk.
Rick Sudi Karatas said
What's
I have
up,
hip
Rick?
hop forever.
That's right. That's a classic album, right? Not everybody's got that. Gotta have some tea.
Kudakol 1 said Leo, Sun 8/14, Virgo rising, Aries moon.
Oh, Aries moon, Virgo rising, Aries moon in the 8th house, Leo sun in the 12th house. So you and Pops may not be on the same page. Okay. Well, the Leo sun, hope you hit me up for the Leo birth chart sale. Normally $125, down to $98 live, 60 minutes over Zoom, videos, all your placements, recording of the whole birth chart, right? And we're breaking down. Hey, babe, you turn that down. So that's totally breaking down the whole chart, right? The asteroids, the planets, the fixed stars. And we're live over Zoom, so you can ask me questions, okay? And that's only $98 until August 21st. Or the big shebang, the 40 to 50 minute custom video summary. This is the mini movie of your life, you guys. I'm really proud of this service. No other astrologers really do this, not that I'm aware of. It is dope. It is, like I said, a 40 to 50 minute custom video summary, breaking down the entire chart. It's all on video. Plus, you get videos of all of your placements in the birth chart, and you get an audio transit recording of current and futuristic transits, even breaking down the 20 years of Pluto Aquarius in your chart, right? Neptune and Pisces, the 2026, Neptune Aries, Uranus Gemini, Uranus Taurus, all the goody gumdrops. So you just hit me up for that. Tailored to you coaching at gmail.com. I'm excited for Leo season. My twins are Leos. You know, have a lot of Leo friends, Leo family members. So I rock with the Leo energy, even though I'm a Virgo. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into the cusp oscillation. I see we got a couple more comments you want to read?
Let's see. Dr. Deasy said, Cancer Leo cusps here.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. Deasy, how you doing?
Kudako said, me and Pops are arguing right now. I'm getting the chart for sure.
Oh, you're arguing with Pops? Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, the sun in the 12th house is really deep. It's not easy, you know, but remember, astrology lets you know there's no victimhood. You chose these karmic lessons. You chose these parents, these experiences. So we also have to have grace and mercy. And the birth chart reading, especially with me, we work on healing the inner child and reprogramming that subconscious mind. Muy importante, right? That drives 90% of what's going on with you in your daily life and routine. We're only consciously aware in our present day anywhere from 5 to 15%, if we're lucky, okay? So who is the Cancer Leo cusp? Dr. Deasy's in the house. She knows. But the Cancer Leo cusp, the cusp of oscillation, it's the cardinal water sign, the moon, tu madre. And then the fixed fire sign, Leo the lion, the father, right? These people are deep. Sometimes they can get married multiple times. They may never get married. They can be non-committal. They are about the nurturing and caring, the deep divine knowledge. But then they can also be kind of, you know, flashy, stunting, looking smooth and fly. We're talking about Woody Harrelson, Ben Simmons, Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers, right? Marlon Wayans, one of my people, right? Went to high school with Sean Wayans. I know Marlon, the Wayans family, the freaking funny. The boys were just actually watching a movie today, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know Marlon, Little Man or whatever. And was that funny?
Yeah, it was really funny.
They were cracking up. And Marlon is, I tell you, just in person, he's even funnier because he's just, it's a natural humor. You know what I mean? He's probably, if him or Damon battle for the funniest Wayans. John Leguizamo, who I worked with on House of Bugging, has this. I believe him and Marlon may even have the same birthday. I think it's July 23rd. Jennifer Lopez, she's the 24th. She has this. My friend and guest on this show, Human Design Extraordinaire, Miss Angela Rose, is on this cusp. I have a good friend back from New York, a photographer, Margarita, was on this cusp. I know plenty of people. My good buddy's son is on this cusp. So, and there's more. I'm not going to name all the people on this cusp, but you can watch the video and learn more about it. But what is interesting, when you're dealing with the moon and the sun, you're kind of dealing with this energy of the internal and external mind, the battle of sort of the extrovert and introvert all in one. So there's times where these people can be extremely outgoing and, dynamic and expressive. And then they can kind of retreat back into their shell and be more cautious, right? The crab moves sideways. It's slow to trust. They could be more private about their home, safety, security. It's a fascinating cusp. I think, you're thinking about relationships, and you could watch both my videos. I did too. They can actually do really well with the cusp, the opposite, right? The cusp of mystery and imagination, the Capricorn Aquarius cusp. I've seen them do well with the cusp of beauty, Virgo Libra cusp. Okay. Is that door closed?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, the cusp of revolution, Scorpio, Sag cusp. Now, you're never two signs, you're one sign. So you're even like 29 degrees Cancer, right? Like if you were born yesterday, or 28, right? And the cusp is a 5-day orb. So when you see some of these astrologers and on Google, they're talking 7 to 9 days. No. Some years it's going to be the 19th to the 23rd, and some years from the 20th to the 24th. And that's just based on leap years and just how things are aligning, right? But if you're 0 degrees Leo, you're a Leo. 29 degrees Cancer, you're Cancer. But the cusp is 28, 29, 0, 1, 2. I know some astrologers that use a 3-day orb, 29, 0, and 1. Okay. And then I know some that just use 29 and 0. But for me, I use the 5-day orb. Think of it like this in terms of numerology, right? 27 degrees, you're not on the cusp, right? 27 is the completion of that sign. 28 and 29, as you get to the critical and analytic degrees, it starts to ingress the energy into the next sign. So that's a little helpful hint. So you kind of understand that it's really only 5 days. And, like I said, it just depends on the astrologer. If it's, some astrologers don't even believe in cusp, but hey, I've met enough people that are on the cusp that they're like, nah, I really feel, and what will happen, your sun could be in Cancer and then your Mercury and another planet are in Leo. So you kind of, you know what I mean? You can feel both, and you'll see that with a lot of different, cusp energies. Also, the cusp of sensitivity could be with these do really well in relationship with these people. If you had to pick just a solid sign, for me, I would say, what's good in the hood for a Cancer Leo cusp? Cap could work. Aquarius can work. I can see a Taurus working as well. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the chat before we segue. Okay. Think that coming?
Okay, so Hudako said, the Wayans are genius. Wow, you got history. Mary said hello.
Hey, Mary. It's almost our Virgo season.
Hello.
Gotta deal with Leo time. Go ahead.
Hello, I like this cusp, but the Leo sun side law. Stefan the Jupiterian. Many of us in our 50s have a deep history.
Yeah, no, but Stephen, he's referring to in terms of, my connections to people like the Wayans and stuff like that. I believe that's what he's referring to. But yeah, definitely got a deep history. I'm an OG, but the Cusp energy, and let me tell you something, I actually almost made it on Living Color. They had auditions, and I went through multiple rounds and rounds. This was in '94 when I was getting ready to graduate from the University of Maryland, and they were going to fly me out to LA to meet the executives at Fox. But Keenan had already left the show. This is when Tommy Davidson, the blonde-headed girl, J-Lo was still there, and Jamie Foxx was still there. By the way, that movie, I cloned Tyrone, terrible. I had to turn it off. I couldn't even watch the whole thing last night, wifey and I. But I had but then they had canceled In Living Color. They announced they canceled it in May before I could go out there. So that was okay though. But that kind of started me in terms of moving from college back to New York and pursuing acting. I was going to go out to LA and do the acting and the music, and then mom's got breast cancer, so I settled down in New York, and then became TV, theater, and film actor and a writer and stuff like that. Oh, we got a replacement.
Wasn't his best years.
Listen, wifey's in the building.
Just saying.
His
best years were still to come.
Okay. Well, anyway. They were pretty good years, but things are better now that I'm married with children, right?
Exactly.
Like the show connected Married with Children with the NFL on Fox and In Living Color, and Parker Lewis helping to establish the Fox television network. A little bit of history there, right? Parker Lewis was really funny. But, this Cusp, you guys, these people are really something else. I'm telling you, I mean, look at J-Lo, right? She's been married 3-4 times. I don't know. I can't keep track, but
I don't know if she can.
Yeah.
No,
But the people on this Cusp, and I know personally people with this that have never gotten married, or, relationships just kind of come and go. Because, you're dealing with the moon, which, switches signs. Right, we're about to go. As you're waking up in the morning, you're going to be, going into the Libra moon for the next 60 hours, 2.5 days. Sunday, Monday, early Tuesday. Right, the Virgo moon's at 27 degrees right now, about to wrap up in a couple hours. So they can be a little moody. They're a little sensitive, low vibration, really stubborn, maybe a little sometimes. A little arrogant, little like, this is mine. No, I won't share mine, kind of immature. But on the high vibration, they are, oh my God, they will adore their children with like the flyest clothing. Their kids don't walk out the house without like dripping, looking stupid fly. They themselves can be super talented in the arts. I mean, creative. I mean, look at J-Lo. Comedy, drama, music, dancing. Okay, I mean, give her some credit. She's a talented woman. I'm about to say young lady, but she's my age, right? But talented woman. You see it with John Leguizamo, brilliant. His one-man show, brilliant. Marlon Wayans. I mean, so these people, they have this flair about them that is as powerful and magical as the moon and the sun. It's just that simple, So any questions about the Cancer Leo energy, or even just the astro weather? I'm about to transition to Leo season and start focusing on those Leos, because they need their time too. Leos need their time, and of course, I like to go through Leo season. I'll do the Leo ascendant maybe next week or the week after, So yeah, I kind of announced it, but yeah, officially the Leo birth chart sale is rocking, either 98 or 206. I kind of went into that whole thing, but I can give you the price. It's 206, normally 250 for that 40 to 50 minute custom video summary. So it's really a great service, and Leos, this is really good for you because you get to watch a película, right? A film of your life. Like, come on, that's good for the little bit for the ego. Now, Leos, I will say this, right? Even with this cusp, they definitely like attention in a relationship. You need to kind of, focus on them a little bit, nurture them, right? Entertain them. They like that. Okay, we'll get to the chat.
Well, Cutie Cow said it's Leo season, not Cancer season.
Yes, I know it is Leo season, but it is still the Cancer Leo cusp, July 20th to the 24th. I already explained that.
And I must have missed it, but you told a really crazy story that both Stephen the Jupiterian and Cutie Cow 1 both really like.
It could have just been talking about either In Living Color, auditioning for that, or just knowing the Martin the Wayans family. Also went to high school with Dustin Hoffman's daughter. She was really nice. Yeah, we had a dope high school in New York City. Humanities on 18th Street between 9th and 10th. Bust the length.
Elena Giles?
Well, welcome, Elena. Nice to meet you. Eric Taylor. Oh, you need new people? If you would like to, share your big three, your sun, moon, and rising. Give you a little, insight and stuff. But yeah, I like when new people come.
What makes it Cancer Leo cusp?
Okay, I will explain that again. I already did. So
I don't know
it goes,
either, Elena.
it goes 28, 29, 0, 1, 2 degrees. It's a 5-day orb. Okay, so the sign, and you can look at it through numerology, the energy ends at 27 degrees, really, right? Because that's a 9 completion. At 28 and 29, it's starting to ingress into the next sign, the energy. You are either a Cancer or a Leo. You're not both. The cusp is just you can feel qualities and personality traits of both energies when you are born on, for example, this year, let's say the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, the 23rd, or the 24th. Okay, does that make sense? So, like I said, you'll see some astrologers, they'll give you a 7 or 9 day orb. No. Mira, too much. No bueno. Some astrologers only use the 2 or 3 day orb. 29, 0, 1 degrees, 29, 0. Some astrologers don't even like to use cusp, but the cusp energy is strong and real. And you can watch my entire cusp series. They're actually pretty popular. I think I did a pretty good job with them. The older ones have, more views. So most of them are like 6, 7, 8,000 now. And then the newer ones that are like 2 years ago, they're close, to 600 to 1,000 views. But what I'm explaining in them is the character traits, love and relationship matches, and give you some insight on the famous people that have these energies. Okay, so you could watch my cusp series, and for each one I have 2. All right, but 28, 29, 0, 1, 2 degrees. But remember, you're either one or the other. You're either a Cancer or a Leo. There you go.
She sees. She said thank you.
You're welcome.
And let's see. So it says, to the newbies, I am a sun in Pisces. This is Stephen.
Oh, Stephen, the OG. He's letting you guys know in the chat. He's letting this is how we do. We build community in the chat.
And he's a Sagittarius rising and a Sagittarius moon.
Yeah. With that Neptune, right, Stevie?
So Elena, what are you? Dr. Deezy?
You guys can share, your new people can share your sun, moon, and rising.
Dr. Deezy new?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. She's a new client. Yeah. She's sending Adidas. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. The Adidas. Well, thank you. I will be using Dr. Deezy sent us. She sent us a coupon code for Adidas. Thank you very much. Trust me, with 3 boys at home, it will go into good use. God. So thank you.
Back to school.
I might even get myself a little tracksuit. Every once in a while I want to dust it off and be cute. So,
and Daddy gets nothing. Just a lot of work. That's all Daddy gets. He gets and I get a cup of tea that I just finished.
He gets fed well. And when we're off of this, I'm making fresh spring rolls. so yummy and so easy. Oh,
So
you guys
yummy,
love
so
it.
good. But
So
Daddy
good.
wanted salmon, but that's okay.
Well, I was gonna do salmon, but he didn't want it to be cold, and spring rolls hot are not good. So I changed. Anyways, sorry, Dr. Daisy. She is a sun in Cancer,
Yep.
rising in Aries, and a moon in Pisces.
That's right. Very intuitive and psychic. So, right.
And,
Oh, go ahead.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and Steven said yes, Neptune and Sagittarius at 0 degrees.
Yeah. No, and that's powerful. And if you guys, Stephen will tell you that you have Neptune on the ascendant. Excuse me. Definitely watch my video. I feel like I gave a really good perspective on it, not just astrologically, but personally, because I have the placement. Robin Williams, Tom Cruise, I think Kim Kardashian, a bunch of different people have it, but it can make you a very talented actor. I'm like a shapeshifter. I can morph as a sketch comic actor. I've never done stand-up, but I can morph into different voices and comedy characters. And as an actor, I can play like any role, so that's what Neptune does. But it's, it does put the rose-colored glasses on. And it takes a while, you guys, for you to really truly understand the I am energy, right? The self, who am I? And I tend to feel that the Neptune on the ascendant is kind of there to protect the native from some of the childhood traumas, put you in a fantasy dream world, because the early childhood experience could have been kind of harsh, right? For me, my father was murdered when I was 6 years old. So that Neptune was kind of a little gift, like keeping little Eric chill and happy and all that other stuff. So, but all that stuff is really interesting.
Okay, so we've had Irene, Matt, and Mad Gaming. They just both.
Okay, well, Mad Gaming and Irene. Okay, I got a beef to pick. Where were you today at Coffee Talk? Irene, I thought you said you were coming. Mad Gaming, what's up, bro? Listen, August 19th. You guys need to be there. I haven't picked a lesson yet, but we will read 2 Coffee Talk members' birth charts. It's extremely fascinating. A great way to learn astrology, build community, and meet amazing people. Stephen will tell you, we got people all over the world, from California to Ohio to New York to New Jersey to Atlanta to Poland to Amsterdam to New Zealand, Australia. I mean, Mary All's been there. Mary, tell him, we have Mary. So glad you finally heard the song, Mary. But we have a good time at Coffee Talk. We really do. So I urge you guys, it's the best $20 to spend for 2 hours. You can waste that at Starbucks like that. Okay. So let's get to Leo season. Okay.
So Irene can't commit because she works.
No, I know, Irene. You've been so busy.
At Saturday and Spots, and she's super busy.
I know you're busy,
so that's
Irene.
What the deal is.
But you know what it is, Irene? I just energetically, I like you so much coming here on the lives. I just really want to meet you, Irene. That's really what it is. But I think you would have a great time too.
And Matt Gaming says salmon sounds good to him, and he's interacting with Irene.
Yeah.
And Matt, it's very nice to see you. And I sent you an email today. And Ralphie Maeo is here.
What's up, Ralphie Maeo, the smooth fellow that eats the jello and likes to play the cello? Ralphie was one of my students in the BX. What up, Ralph? So let's get to Leo season. The heart chakra, the fixed fire sign, the 5th sign, the 2nd fire sign, the creative, dynamic, dramatic, expressive entertainers and politicians. Leo, the lion. Yes, you will hear them roar. They are generous. They can share the spotlight, high vibration. They are messy. All y'all Leos out there, you better thank your mama and papa, because I know as kids you were a mess in that house. You better say sorry to mama, because I got 2 Leos and they make a mess anywhere they go. I love them to death, but they're messies. But Leos are the purity that Leos have and the way that they embrace and attack life. It is magical. Leo women give the best hugs, warm hugs. Leos, yes, they can be politicians and entertainers. You got Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, Fat Joe, KRS-One, Magic Johnson, Tom Brady, Whitney Houston, J-Lo. I mean, there's De Niro. There's Leos, and Leos. There's more Leos than you could, Madonna, than you could ever speak of and imagine. But they, very sensitive. It's a very sensitive sign. That's why this cusp of oscillation, woo, you have no idea their sensitivities. And I'm sorry, I got to backtrack because I don't know if I said this with the cusp oscillation, the Cancer Leo cusp, you guys. They do not do well with criticism, and they can be hypersensitive if they feel like they're being criticized or judged. That can like make their flower wilt. Okay. Now, Leos, the heart of the lion, they got some pride. They can boast. They can be braggadocious. The men, they feel like they can mac on any lady. I had two good Leo friends growing up, my boy Nelson Oliver, Mitchell Grimes. Shout out to the Vineyard crew. Man, them Leos, they live by their heart. They can be sore losers sometimes playing sports, but they have a smile and a joy. Dak Prescott's a Leo too, an exuberance about them. But you see it, the way that the passionate leader, warrior, Magic Johnson, Tom Brady, right? But they have this flair, this regal class. This is the regal king and queen, you guys, Leos. It's a powerful energy. And, I've got a bunch of clients, Leos. And Leos, you guys, now, I want you to understand, it depends on what house it's in. So if people are just looking at sun sign astrology and you're a Leo, let's say, August 3rd, and your best friend is August 4th, and you're like, oh, we're nothing alike. We're only a day apart. We're nothing alike. Same year, everything. Or same day, and we were just born in two different states. We're nothing alike. It's because the sun sign, it's flavored differently depending on the house in the 12th house zodiac wheel, right? If you're a Leo sun and your sun is in the first house, you could be more self-centered the first 30 years, 26 years of life. Very different, your I am energy, right? From the Leo sun in the fourth house, where you're more of an introvert, shy. Parents might have got divorced, not a great relationship with dad, right? The sun around midnight. Can't see it, it's hidden. So that's what happens. Usually you and the bio dad may not get along. Or, if other planets are there, you can see early passing away. You can see divorce, abuse, all different things. Neglect. Leo sun in the 7th house, 8th house, 11th house. It flavors the personality because each house has about 30 to 50 different meanings in it. It's astrology is that intricate and that deep. So I always want, especially some of you new people here, I don't know how much you know or not, but I always just like to, knowledge is love, right? That's one of my E-isms. I like to keep you in the know, right? If you love someone, you keep them in the know. They should never have to guess, assume, or believe because they can do that wrong. Yeah, that's why knowledge is love. So, I tell her all the time, not to overwhelm her or to just be whatever, but I tell her all the time, I love you, right? Because it's important. She should never have to guess or assume or believe her husband loves her, right? And so, and it's about, pouring in to someone. And that's how I feel here on the show. I want to pour the knowledge. I don't want to buy you fish. I want to teach you how to fish for yourself. So the sun in each house will flavor it for the Leo personality, right? Because Tom Brady and Magic Johnson seem like two different gentlemen, right? They do. Same with Dak Prescott. Magic, not as stoic as Brady and Dak Prescott, right? There's a different feel there, right? Whitney Houston to J-Lo, a little bit different, So, it just, you see it and how it plays out. But one thing I would say also about Leos, you guys, they, think about Barack or Bill Clinton. I think about KRS-One. They have this regal way of dispensing language. They are sort of the authoritarian. You know what I mean? That's why Leo's associated with politicians and with entertainers, because it's still on the stage. Fifth house, creativity, self-expression on the stage, right? Opposing Aquarius, sort of 11th house. Remember, the signs in the houses are not the exact same energy. They're similar though. So that's why you say associated with, right? So Aquarius is associated with the 11th house. It's not the same. Okay. So I just want you, to understand that. But Leos, man, they're funny. Oh my gosh. And big laughs. Mateus, my son who was just here when he was a baby. Oh my God. She'll tell you. He had, first of all, a lot of bass in his voice as a little 2-year-old, but his laugh and giggle, I mean, it was from the full belly and it was so loud. Oh my God. Yeah, it was great. It was a legendary laugh. It was one of those things that we even knew when he was little. We're like, we have to remember this forever, and I have video of it, but it was just so great.
I wonder if I can find
Yeah,
it.
and contagious. It was a contagious laugh, but both of my boys have the Leo sun in the 8th house. Well, what does their father do? He teaches astrology. Right? 8th house associated and 11th house with astrology, occult knowledge. Okay. And, that's just a little example because the sun, your sun sign represents you and your father. But in the birth chart, Saturn can represent the father as well. So you can look at both of those planets in astrology, sun and moon, which are luminaries, are considered planets. Okay. So they can both be indicators of tu padre, your daddy. So let's get back to the comments and questions. Any questions on Leo and this energy in the season?
So there's a lot of people who love the Leos.
Yeah, Leos are great.
We have Mary Ah here.
Yeah.
She loves Leos and she relates to them.
Yeah.
Do we know Mary already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm
sorry,
Mary.
Mary's an OG.
Sorry, Mary. And then Stephen has a brother who is his older brother.
Oh, okay. I think I knew that.
Artist and set designer.
Oh, look at that, Stephen, right? Very literal.
Tony Bennett, who just passed away.
Oh, yeah.
He just passed away, I think, yesterday or something.
Oh, I saw something on him. I didn't really see. I don't watch the news. 96. Wow, I didn't realize. R.I.P. Tony Bennett. So maybe I should do, now that he passed away, God rest his soul, but now I guess I could look up Tony Bennett's birth chart, my celebrity birth chart series. I'll be back doing some of those. I think Whitney Houston's up next.
So Irene says she's heard that Sun, Father, Saturn has daddy issues.
Sun, Father, Saturn?
I don't quite. Can you restate that?
Yeah, like what do you mean? What placements? Yeah. So the Sun and Saturn can be two indicators in the chart. But are you talking about if like Sun conjunct Saturn could have daddy issues? Yeah. If you're talking about the conjunction, more so though with the square sometimes, or the opposition. I'll tell you, you have more daddy issues. Look at when I did Michael Jackson's chart, right? The Sun conjunct Pluto. Wow. That can be that kind of that abusive type situation. But so I told you I was going to research, you guys were voting and stuff. Voted in terms of the rappers, you voted for DMX. Just so you guys know, you can go to my community. I put up different polls. My celebrity birth chart series, I only do celebrities that have passed away, or if they are a famous person and I have permission to do their chart, because energetically and spiritually, I just don't feel like it's right to do. Now, you may see me do a video where I show like a clip and analyze a placement or two. Maybe if some big event happens, I haven't done it yet, but maybe I would be inclined to do that. But I don't know. For me, spiritually, I don't think it's right for someone still living for me to do their chart. I think it needs to be someone that's given me permission. I always say, like the Cancer lady, Cree Summer, maybe, she responds to my stuff on Twitter. Maybe one day Cree will give me permission to do a chart, or, somebody like that. But otherwise, I just do famous or celebrity people. So I'm planning on doing JFK soon, probably Tupac. I got to figure out the birth time though, because it's not 100% accurate online. And then, and maybe Tupac's still alive. Let me stop. So you don't know, right? But JFK and Whitney Houston are two, and Muhammad Ali, maybe like the next three coming down the road. Okay, but you guys can always write in the comments, or even here. Oh, and please do me a favor, you guys, like it live and share it. But after the live is done, if you would do me that solid and comment on the actual show once it's up. It does help me in the algorithms.
And do me a favor.
I really appreciate
that. If you're not following or subscribe, and tell your friends. He is so close to 5,000.
Oh yeah,
I'm really like to get him over that 5,000, huh?
I'm trying to get to the 5G soon.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, so any questions about Leo's season? So what's coming up? I don't have the whole astro weather calendar in front of me, and I haven't really looked it up yet. But I will tell you, we're going to have Jupiter and Uranus go retrograde. And a lot of these retrogrades will continue towards the end of the year, right? The Saturn's to November 4th. I forgot the Neptune date on that. But pretty soon, we're going to have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all in retrograde. So August, Agosto is going to slow down. Okay, it's time for introspection. It's time to contemplate in life. What does it all mean? What am I doing? Who am I? These big questions that sometimes we don't have time to think about. This is the time to do it, right? Energetically, the solar flares are at the highest they've ever been in recorded history. You can look at NASA's website. The Schumann resonance is like off the charts. We are literally having our DNA, and things are changing, leaving from the 3D, going to the 5D. The planet is changing. We are going through a lot. It's not just the craziness that you see, some of the evildoers plotting. It's actually energetically what's happening to our little planet Earth. A little baby planet, like a little baby Jesus. You guys ever watch Talladega Nights? I love that. So funny. Will Ferrell. I met Will Ferrell when I worked on Saturday Night Live. Funny dude. Go ahead.
So Irene was saying that,
going back to her
comment, she said, no, Sun is the father, and Saturn is the daddy issues.
Oh,
she learned that from Anjanae.
Yeah, well, it's not just that exact. Saturn can also represent the father too. Saturn is law and order. It's the government. It's the.
I haven't seen Anjanae in a while.
So yeah, we're gonna do a show together soon. We gotta schedule something. But it can be the authority figure in your life. It also is karmic lessons, right? Time, discipline, structures, organization, restrictions, limits, fears, anxiety, stress. Saturn is containers, boundaries. That's why in Pisces, that has no boundaries, Saturn in Pisces wants you to be disciplined about your spiritual practices and routines. And Saturn also wants you to have healthy boundaries. Okay? Muy importante. But yeah, it's, it can also be associated sometimes with grandparents. So for example, if I see someone who has the outer planets, not so much Pluto, but Saturn, which is the last planet you could see with your naked eye. My eye, it's naked. I said that in my Saturn series. I thought it was funny. But anyway, so Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
Just hilarious.
Watch your pudding. If they're in the first 5 houses, it's actually kind of funny though. But Saturn in the first 5 houses, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, sometimes can be indicators that you had step parents, grandparents, or involved early in your early life in terms of raising you or living with them or helping you to grow up, right? So my son was born living with his grandmother. He has Saturn in the first house. Just giving you an example, okay? So, and that's my Gemini. So it can play out that different ways, and Saturn can sometimes make you feel the spirit of lack. But when you respond to the abilities,
Is that what I had?
yeah, second house, yeah. But when you respond to your abilities and discipline, Saturn will give you more blessings than Jupiter and Venus. So let's talk about, right now, what's happening today. Okay, go ahead.
Well, so Mary would like us to do, or like you to do, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, you know what's so funny? Some clips came up of him the other day, and he's a Virgo, so, and I saw the movie, and Romney, whatever that kid, Romney Malik or Malik Romney, whatever, he bodied it. That movie was amazing, and Freddie Mercury I love Queen, and yeah, Freddie Mercury is a beast. I will definitely get to him. He's on the docket. I haven't scheduled it, but he may cut the line because he was a musical genius, Freddie Mercury, with those teeth.
I have been looking through here trying to find.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
The famous Mateus laugh.
Yeah, we can't find the Tay laugh, but that's all right. I can't find
it, but I have been just coming across some of the cutest things.
I know, but if you want to look through my phone, you may find it easier there. But
yeah, I don't know.
But anyway, so right now, today, right? I told you this Virgo moon opposing Neptune, right? And then the trine Uranus today and Pluto. But more importantly, the Venus retrograde. And it's conjunct the true black moon Lilith in Leo, right? 28, 29 degrees. This retrograde goes until September 3rd. Not the time to make big new purchases, okay? Not the time to start a new relationship, okay? But it's more of a time for self-love, for introspection. You can have an ex come up in your life, right? If you were dating somebody and you broke up, they may come back up. Sometimes people can come up from your past that you need to close chapters with. But when you have Venus retrograde, now remember, air and fire signs, more masculine, outgoing, action-orientated energies, right? Feminine are earth and water. So when you have Venus retrograde, remember, it goes retrograde every 18 months. It's not like Mercury 3-4 times a year. So this retrograde coincides with, right, what happened just the 17th, the nodal shift. So the next Venus retrograde will coincide with the next nodal shift. They'll be, within a week or two of each other. So that's going to be fascinating too, around January 2025. So it's an 18th month cycle for the Venus retrogrades. So I was saying this because Leo is not normally introspective. But when Venus is in Leo, this is the time for some deep introspection and a time really to nurture and care and to work on your self-worth and increase your self-love. Venus is not just your money and love language and pleasure and beauty and chocolate and arts and culture, but it's also your self-worth, your possessions. What do you value? Okay? So maybe you're like, you know what? I value learning about the map of my life and astrology. So maybe you're like, you know what? I've been thinking about it, but now I'm going to act on it. I want to book a birth chart reading, or I want to take an astrology course with Eric when he does his next course in September. Okay. Or astrological life coaching, things like that, right? 4 or 5 week program that I do to help you master the energy and flow of your chart. So, but Venus though, in Leo with Pluto retrograde at 29 degrees, you are going to see between now and September 3rd and between now and January 20th, 2024, a lot of relationship information, money information coming up about politicians and entertainers. A lot of the structures and systems are collapsing. Pluto 29 degrees, retrograde Capricorn. And then it's going to be in 2024, September to November. Retrograde one last time. And then from after that will be Pluto Aquarius till 2044. So mark my words, Pluto and Capricorn is coming to clean up everybody everywhere. Okay? So you're going to see a lot of stuff hitting the fan. Mark my words. It's not a game. Okay? Any questions? Let's go to the chat.
Really not too much.
Okay. So one thing I will say though about this time
It's
too,
about that time.
yeah, with all these planets in retrograde,
Go eat some spring rolls.
yeah, it's about time for spring rolls. But I'm going to wrap up with this.
Any last questions out there?
Yeah, any last questions? Hit me up. But
Get them.
but seriously, when you have Jupiter and Uranus go retrograde as well, and remember Jupiter is here till May 25th, 2024 in Taurus. This can also coincide with, for women, introspection about your wisdom, beliefs, and philosophies, and your husband. So maybe it's a time that you know, maybe you say yes to that proposal that you said no to initially. You know, you never know. But Jupiter is also your wisdom, beliefs, philosophies, higher learning, but it's biology and finance. And it's in Taurus, the physical body. This may be the time to start growing your garden. Maybe you plant some herbs. Maybe you get the ashwagandha, the spirulina, the mint, right? You know, some garlic, peppermint, whatever. Maybe this is when you're like, you know what? I'm going to start doing some sea moss. But remember, Taurus is the first earth sign. That's why the moon is exalted there. But it's your physical body. Taurus is very practical and pragmatic. So when Jupiter's there, it's about your possessions, your finance, your throat chakra. And Taurus is a feminine energy. So it's going to be introspective about your beliefs and philosophies. So it's going to be an interesting summer. August is going to, I mean, you'll see. Just think about right now, as I'm saying this today, July 22nd to September 3rd, you're going to see things just like crawl. August is going to be a crawl, and it's going to be hot. It's 116 out here. Trust me, it's hot. But just for the collective, you know, I know that there was stuff with the El Nino, so hurricane season could be really bad this year. Just be mindful. Okay. Uranus, extreme weather.
Mm-hmm. So Stephen said the cleanup crew is going to be active when he goes back to visit his family in September.
Ooh.
And he plans to go back to New York after 6 years. Where are you from in New York?
Long Island.
Really?
Yeah,
Where about?
She's from Long Island, Stevie.
I was born Rockville Center, Mercy Hospital. My grandmother lived on Horton Avenue, close to Lynbrook.
Yeah.
So I grew up going
the
to
Long Islanders.
Grew up going to the Green Acres Mall in the 70s. I actually fell down.
Stephen probably saw you there. He saw you. Stephen was there.
Did you see the little
Stephen,
girl tumble
you saw
down
the little
escalator?
light-skinned black girl fall down the escalator?
Green Acres Mall. Beth Page. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was me, Stephen. I still to this day can't get on an escalator without pausing.
Yeah, she'll grab onto me kind of tight.
I do. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Just
So
traumas from childhood.
I'm trying.
That's why we gotta work with our inner child.
I'm trying to help her with her.
I have to heal that inner child.
I'm trying to work with her on her Chiron wound. You know,
he's helping.
It's funny because I think for her, it's hard for me just to explain it and talk to her. She actually needs to book a birth chart session with me over Zoom. Where we're not in the same room.
There needs to be some separation.
So there needs to be separation, and we need to be over the computer like she's actually like a client. So, you know, but she'll be back on soon as a guest in September for Sabale Pure. You guys check it out, SABALI, sabalepure.com. She is super talented, organic and vegan body and skincare. The best tooth powder. Best tooth powder you can imagine, oil for your face, hair, and body. Deodorant, trace mineral deodorant, like just very clean products. The packaging's compostable.
Everything I do is whole ingredients, synthetic free, palm oil free, petroleum free.
You don't want your children using speed stick and all that deodorant,
basically,
all the chemicals.
All the frees that you want.
Yeah.
But I do cost money. But but I'm free of all of that, very, very
all
gentle, organic, fair trade, compostable packaging, very, very good quality stuff. I don't use throwaway oils like sunflower seed and stuff like that. What was the story in Newsday newspaper? Oh, did you tell me something about Newsday newspaper?
No, I didn't say anything about it. I don't know.
I don't know. What was the story in Newsday newspaper?
I know Newsday newspaper was a great. I like Newsday. I used to like their sports section, but I don't know of any stories in Newsday. Are you talking about something specific?
Stephen brought it up.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm not sure, Stevie Weezy's. All right, you guys. It's time to feed the big old bear. But
Okay.
I love being on here and talking with you guys. Cancer, Leo, Cusp, and Leos, it's your time now. Happy birthday. All right. If you are a Leo, and it's not just for sun signs. If you are a Leo, excuse me, sun, moon, or rising, hit me up. Tailored to you coaching. The number 2, the letter U, tailored to you coaching at gmail.com, and you can hit me up for a birth chart reading.
Oh, you would have been more at the Massapequa Mall. Yes, that was a very nice mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, solar return chart, and that lets you know the theme of life that will play out for you for this year on your birthday. So solar return charts are really important too. Let's say if you've already had a birth chart reading done, you can get a solar return or secondary progression, right? So right now, this Virgo sun, I'm a Scorpio sun, because your chart progresses. Each year it moves a day. All right, like in the book of Genesis.
Just real quick. No, I don't think I made it to Newsday, Stephen. I just tumbled myself. I think that's probably somebody who died or got really mangled.
Yeah,
I'm okay. Thank God.
She was just embarrassed. But
I still it hurt.
Oh, it hurt.
I hurt my head.
Yeah. It didn't make the news.
They didn't care. They don't really care about us.
All I want to say is they don't really care about us. All right, we got to be careful. Okay. We don't want to get any licensing. Say shout out to MJ. But God bless you guys. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the tomorrow. This Libra moon energy.
Thank you,
and remember, you'll see it more. Sunday, early Tuesday, the Libra moon will be conjunct the South Node. So there could be some opportunities to even heal relationships with your mom. Think about that on Tuesday. Maybe you just say, Ma, I love you and I forgive you, and write her a little note, an email, a text, a phone call. Okay. So little tip, for spiritually, karmically, maybe making things a little better. The South Node in Libra is going to be an opportunity, for all of us to purge and release some of the hurt feelings and emotions or toxic relationships that no longer serve us in life. And that Aries North Node is giving us the fuel to initiate everything, including...
I was just having a conversation with a girlfriend about that.
Wait. Okay, including the Aries North Node, it's at 29 degrees, Chiron's at 19, when in 2024, when the North Node is in a conjunction, even exact, but also, even a 1 to 2 degree orb away from Chiron, really a great time to heal your childhood wounds. And for us Chiron and Aries people going through the Chiron return, the North Node being there, it's time for her, for me, Stephen, anybody Chiron Aries, to heal any of those Chiron wounds and childhood wounds. This is the time. The Aries North Node is going to be a blessing for a lot of people, okay? So let's do it, y'all. Let's do this work. Please honor the Saturn in Pisces, the spiritual discipline. If you can, at least 15 to 30 minutes a day, toning, yoga, meditation, absolute quiet time, prayer, whatever you got to do. But spring roll time, but honor that,
you gotta keep them in line,
and stay connected. Stay connected.
The kids are hungry.
Stay connected to God's source energy. It's very important. Okay, and tap in, and I can help you to reprogram and heal that subconscious mind. Big E Astrology. Please like and share and comment after this is posted. I appreciate it, and thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for all the new
Love
people.
you.
Please reach out. Leo Birth Chart Sale. Cancer, Leo, Cusp, Leo season, episode 151. Knowledge is love. Peace.
Peace. Bye.
Bye.